Welcome to another episode of Carolina Panthers football. I am your host with the most from the East Coast, Big Waves. Cheers, everybody. I don't know what else to fucking say. You might as well drink. It's all you really can do. I mean, Let me go ahead and take my shot right quick. Guys, I can't take two more of this shit, man. I, I I can't take two more of this shit, man. I am over it. I am done with it. I it's the same old story every fucking week. I hate that I was right, Waves. Omar, at this point, saying something bad will happen. It's saying that you're right about this football team. So if I say the Panthers are going to stank it up, you're right. If the Panthers are going to go out and not score any points, you're right. This team is bad. This team is no better than what it was this time last year. Just no better. And guys, you see the thumbnail, you see the caption, y'all see what it is. We missed on Bryce Young. I'm about to pour me up another shot, man. I don't know about you guys, but there's nothing to fucking do but drink, man. Uh, this team, I can't take another Sunday of watching this football team. I can't take it. I can't take another Sunday of watching it. I'm done watching the team, man, for the rest of the season because there's nothing good about wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey. There's nothing positive about wearing Carolina blue. Like it's there's nothing good about it. The ownership is terrible. The coaching staff is terrible. The football players are terrible. Guys, if you watch the game from home and you saw that crowd, that stadium, there was nobody at the game. Nobody was at the game at all. Nobody was even there to watch the team play. And the tickets are basically being given away. $1.80. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've been hearing. Everything is just bad. I'm trying to invite guests to come and talk on this podcast, and nobody wants to come on. That's why everybody wants to listen to. You got to listen to me the entire time. Nobody wants to come on to the show, man, because it's the same old story every week. You look at the offense, and if you go back and look at footage from last season, this team is the same exact team that it was last year. Honestly, it's probably worse than what it was last year because now you have a problem on the defense that you're not going to be able to fix this season. We can't stop the run at all. Like we can't stop the run at all. We can't stop it. You you hope that Bryce Young coming into the season, the only hope that we had was hoping that Bryce Young could even just show some type of form of improvement. He hasn't done that. He has not done that at all. He has not taken any type of steps forward in his progression and development as a quarterback. No progression at all. He is at a level of a second string quarterback, third string quarterback play. He's not a starter in the NFL. Like I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Another interception thrown, missing on easy passes, just doesn't look comfortable in the pocket. It's the same old shit that we're talking about every single week. And Dave Canales, man, like honestly, Dave Canales, I feel so bad for Dave Canales, man, because he's going to lose his job, and it's not even his fault. Like it's not even David Canales' fault, man. It's not even his fault. He just happens to inherit a team that is the fucking scum of the earth. This team is the scum of the earth. It's the scum of the earth. This is probably the worst football team I've ever seen. Like you cannot in 2 weeks. You have only scored 13 points in 2 weeks. 13 in 2 weeks. That's all you've been able to do is score 13 points in 2 weeks. The defense, they've given up over 150 yards, damn near in back to back games. Yeah, matter of fact, it is back to back games. Like, we miss, guys. We miss. And the worst part about it is this is going to set us back probably another 5 to 6 seasons. Guys, don't you know it would be if anybody caught me on Sheena Quick's open mic conversation on Twitter the other day. I said on there that the Panthers are coming into what up with everybody, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat pulling up to the channel. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Big fucking waves. Post game conversations, man. Uh, like I said, guys, I was going to try to do this for you guys every single week or at least for an hour. This is probably going to be about a 30 to 45-minute show, guys. It really just depends on how I feel. Uh, because what is there to talk about, man? Like, like guys, we're really repeating ourselves week in and week out. It's repetition. No quarterback is going to fix this shit everyday game, and you are absolutely correct. We're not a quarterback away from being a contender, but we're also not in a situation where we don't have the quarterback situation figured out. Guys, we don't even have a fucking quarterback. How scary is that shit? A team coming off a 2-12 season, 2-15 season, whatever it is, you don't have a quarterback. There is no QB. That is the most terrifying situation to fucking be in as a fan of any team in the NFL. You're coming off of a 2-12 season, then the next draft, you didn't even have a draft pick. So now you don't even have a quarterback. What are you going to do? What options do you have now? What how do you fix this football team? Like I don't know how this team can be fixed. I like to think of myself as a very knowledgeable football player and fan of football. I played the game, I've watched the game, I've coached the game. I don't know how you fix this organization. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you fix this football team. I don't think that it's possible. You've literally had a new coach for the last 3 seasons. You're on your fourth quarterback. What can you do? Like, what can you fucking do? How do you fix a team that's unfixable? How do you make how do you make all of these wrongs from the last half of a decade into rights? How do you do it? Man, I'm about to pour me up another shot, man. I don't know, guys. I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know. Everybody that's calling my phone, stop calling my fucking phone. I don't want to talk to nobody. Don't call my phone. My phone is blowing up over here. I don't want to talk to anyone. Don't call it. Don't call my phone. I'm letting everybody know right now. Don't call my fucking phone. Ma, I'm sorry, ma. I know you just called. I love you, ma. I don't want to talk right now. Like I'm sick of this shit, man. Stop calling my phone. And everybody in the chat that's laughing at me, fuck y'all, man. Like I'm being 100%, bro. Like y'all can kiss my ass. I love you for supporting my channel, but guys, I'm tired of it, man. Listen, I'm giving this team until 2027. In 2027, I'm quitting, man. I'm going to join another team. I'm done. I'm burning all of this Panther shit, man. I'm selling this jersey, this Luke Keith jersey. I bought this in the 2015 season. I'm selling this shit, man. I'm over it, guys. Like I'm done, man. I've given this team my entire fucking life, like my entire life, and there's nothing to show for it in return. Like that stadium was fucking empty today. Nigga Nation in the background, about to pull Nigga Nation up. Uh, Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all see the cash app, man, rolling across the screen. If you fucking with your boy Big Waves, man, I don't care if you send me $1.50, whatever it is. I appreciate it. Y'all already know. For the people that's new to the channel, make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button. But uh, it's there's no answers. Everybody that you drafted this past year was irrelevant in this game today. Everybody that you drafted. I'm about to. You want to hop in? All right, man. Let me. I'm going to drop the link, man. But I got to keep you in the background until I get my open soliloquy off, guys. You got to give me a minute to get this shit off my chest, and I promise I'm gonna bring everybody up, man. What up with everybody, man? Morgan, Captain Morgan, what's up with everybody, man? Hey, appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Listen, I'm live after every game for the rest of this season. I'm gonna try to do it, guys. I'm telling you, if we get to 0 and 5, which is probably going to happen. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say it's going to happen. I don't know if I can do this for the rest of the season, guys. I really don't know if I can do it for the rest of the season. The link is out there, man. For anybody want to pull up to the chat, we will have open discussion here in a second, man. First led by my nigga Nation is in the building. I gotta take my fucking shot, man. And guys, I'm on tequila. Like they go to show you how stressed out I am about this fucking team. I'm on tequila. Like I'm depressed, man. I don't know what to fucking do. Ugh. Guys, we have scored 13 points in 2 games. Chuba Hubbard got the ball 100 times today and probably only has about 50 yards passing. Hey, can you call my mom and tell her I'm live? She keeps calling my phone. I don't want to talk. Like I don't want to talk. Shout out to everybody, man. Christian in the background, man. We're gonna pull everybody up. Like, guys, you went down the field and Bryce Young, and this is just I just don't understand what his thoughts was. That second play where he scrambled all the way to the left side trying to extend the play and still took the fucking sack anyway. Guys, I I I almost threw the fucking remote at my TV. I almost threw the fucking remote at my TV, bro. I'm about to be throwing my second 70-inch in a year. Like I'm serious. I about threw the. This man took the sack anyway. Didn't even try to throw it out of bounds. Didn't try to do nothing. Yo, Bryce Young is not fucking it, y'all. He's not it, man. We fucked up again in the draft with a top pick. We fucked up. Shout out to J.C. Horn. He got burnt on the first touchdown, then came back and got a interception, then and came back and got a big stop in the backfield. Shout out to J.C. Horn. There is nobody else outside of J.C. Horn, guys. There on that defensive side of the ball, that defense is terrible, man. That fucking defense is terrible. It is absolutely horrendous. Guys, we gave up 150 fucking yards to J.K. Dobbins. Like literally, a man who's been injured every fucking year of his career. Like we just letting him run the ball like it ain't nothing. Derek Brown injury sealed our fate on the defensive side of the ball. Even finished as a top 25 unit with him on the field. With him gone now, this defense is going to be the worst defense in the NFL. It's going to be the worst defense in the fucking NFL because you can't stop the run. Oh, and doesn't that seem a little bit familiar? We weren't able to stop the run a couple years ago. It's the same shit. It's the same problems. It's the same issues, man. It's literally the same thing. Like literally, it's the same problems year after year after year after year after year. Like what can you do to change it? You bring in a new GM who talks about culture, who talks about wanting to bring the fight back to the NFL, I mean, to the Carolina Panther Stadium and making teams fear that logo when they pull up to BOA. You bring in a new GM. But this is the exact same fucking team as it was last year. This team, I don't see anything different about this team than what it was last year. It's the same fucking shit. Like for real. No, like for real. I don't want to Uh, this nigga finna get blocked. Let me go ahead and kick your ass up out of here, man, cause you trolling and yeah, you banned absolutely right now, bitch. But anyway, how? What can you do? What can you do? Like I want somebody to try to tell me what can you do, man. I'm about to pull my man Nigga Nation up here. Nigga Nation, Nigga Nation is in the building. Nigga Nation, how do you fix the Carolina Panthers, man?
Well, I can tell you right now, it's a goddamn shit show. It's terrible. I have no idea what this team is. This offense is like, I don't care what nobody said, and I said this earlier. You bring in a head coach who's all giggly, who's all positive. Even in his press conference, I don't want to hear that. I want to see you piss the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be pissed off. You realize that we gave a job to a guy who only called the plays for 1 year. And I don't respect that, first off. Number two, I don't know what Bryce, he pisses me off so bad, the motherfucker jumps when he throws the ball. He
He's
literally
short,
jumps in
man.
the air.
He's short. He got
That's
to
a
jump.
problem. But that's a problem, though. It worked in college, but for some reason, man, I don't know what's going on, man. I can tell you, man, it's just sad, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, we have issues on the offensive side of the ball, and I think, like I said, if shit keep getting real, unfortunately, bro, Canales is gonna get fired because David Tepper is gonna be like, well, I don't see any improvement, and this is where you probably have to sit Bryce to save your job at this point,
Exactly.
because you got to show that. See, Tepper don't want to be like, is Bryce the issue? He don't want to be that just yet. But if you put in Andy Dalton right now and he plays better than Bryce, which I believe he would, I mean, bro, obviously Bryce is he's the problem, man. And I don't want, at the end of the day, man, you can put weapons around Bryce and all the above, man. It just not translating to the NFL, man. Unfortunately, the offensive line did pretty good today. I think they only had like 2 or 3 sacks. That's pretty good. It ain't like they played horribly. You know what I'm saying? But it's
Yeah,
just, I
I
just
can't
think this
blame the
whole
O line
team
at
just
all.
it's just terrible overall.
I think we
O line
fucking
played
cursed.
pretty okay. They played decent.
I think we fucking cursed. Like I think that we're
I think we're
cursed.
cursed too, man. I
Man,
just
we
think,
are
I don't
cursed.
know, man.
We
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 are
got
got
we got
cursed.
Christian in the building.
What
we we
what's good?
we,
I'll tell
we,
you what the problem is.
we playing we playing
No one
Miles.
has said it.
Hold on, Christian. Let me let Nigga Nation finish his soliloquy. Then I'm gonna let you go. Go ahead, Nigga
Why?
Nation. I I don't know. We just lost Nigga Nation. Just lost Nigga Nation.
Yeah, I
Christian is in
couldn't
the
hear him.
building.
That's why I only said something. I couldn't. I didn't hear him at all. That's why I said something. I didn't know.
Christian in the
But
building.
what's good, man? Look, I've said this from day one. What the issue has, and I said it last year. What the issue has been. You don't come. First of all, I'm not going to blame Bryce Young, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm not going to blame Bryce Young. You don't come into a season and your number one wide receiver, once again, for 2 years in a row, is old ass Adam Thielen. He's the only one that gets open. That play on Deontay Johnson, if that's Justin Jefferson, if that's a raw wide receiver, top wide receiver, he's gonna get that. I'm not finna blame Bryce until he get. If he suck with Devontae Adams type wide receiver, then I'll be the first one to tell you Bryce is trash. But until then, this franchise is cheap as shit. They don't want to
Bryce got to
get
go.
top wide, but no, Bryce don't have to go because we don't get top wide receivers. And every year I keep hearing, man, it's not possible. But yet still, I'm seeing the Tennessee Titans get top wide receivers. I see every
Hold on,
top.
Christian. Christian, hold on. Listen, I will admit that we don't have top tier, like literally, like bro, we don't have a top 100 player on the offensive side of the ball. Like literally, we don't have a top. I agree with that, but Bryce Young definitely deserves, bro, some accountability here.
Bryce got to go,
Some
man.
of that, but no, Bryce doesn't have to go because
He
that's
does,
not that's
dude. I
not
was
fair
at
to
the
him.
game. What
No,
you
every
mean?
quarter, no,
I
but that's
seen.
not true. Y'all can't be
Bro,
glazing CJ Stroud and this nigga got nothing but type
Christian,
talent. They went and
Dude,
got
I
him
seen
guys.
everything I need to
No,
see.
no,
Christian,
Bryce got to go.
that's
Christian, I
not fair.
agree.
That's
I
not
agree with what
fair.
you're saying,
It's always
Christian.
niggas that got that is a quarter. It's always been niggas that
Christian,
gotta play with what he got. But when it's a white quarterback, Joe Burrow was trash his first year in the NFL, and
He
to
got
this
hurt his
day, he
first
got
year in the
no.
NFL.
But I'll tell you why he got hurt. He got
Let me
hurt
let me
because
let me let me just say this. Let me say this.
he
Let me
did
say this.
not
Yeah,
have
Christian,
wide
let
receiver
me
help.
Christian, I'm about to mute your ass, man. And this is why, bro, because I feel like I understand what you're saying, but Bryce Young's play has definitely come into question, bro. Like you
Wide
cannot
receiver
look
help?
at him and say that the shit that's around him is the reason why he's playing the way that he's playing. Like
You
I can't
ruined
say it
him.
anymore. I was able to say that in the off season, but I can't say it anymore after 2 weeks. He
After
just
we
doesn't look NFL ready, bro. Like, and it's not even his fault because he came to probably arguably the worst situation you could come to as a rookie quarterback in the NFL. He came to the worst situation you could go to. So from that standpoint, it wasn't his fault. But unfortunately, when you're the number one overall pick and your team gives up the house to get you, you're playing with a different set of accountability where you have no choice but to deliver. And when you don't deliver, you're going to lose the faith of the team, the fans, everybody. We got Nigga Nation back in here. Splurge. Go ahead, Splurge. Go ahead and get your shit off, bro.
Yo, is my
Man,
mic that low?
niggas wasn't even throwing down the field, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Go ahead, Splurge. Then Nigga Nation, you go right after that.
Yeah, man. Look, I was at the game, bro. This nigga Bryce missed Xavier Legette. He missed Legette wide in the corner. Like this nigga, he can't throw deep passes. He can't process the field, bro. He's too little. His processing is not good. They should have put in Dalton. The fans was chanting put in Dalton. He's not an NFL quarterback. This is what it is. You can't blame the receivers this game. You had Adam Thielen wide open. He didn't pass Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen was pissed on the sideline because he didn't pass the ball to him. You have time. You have to step in the pocket. You got to take hits as an NFL quarterback. I don't care who it is. You got to take hits. In my opinion, we would have been better off drafting Joe Milton this year in the draft or the last draft. We would have been better drafting Joe Milton because at this point, Bryce is worth shit. He worse than Jack Plummer, man. He worse than Jack Plummer. Real shit.
Man,
Bryce gotta go.
yeah,
Bryce
go
gotta
ahead, Nigga
go. He
Nation.
had a
Nigga
weapon playing
Nation,
too.
go ahead. We're going to go in order, fellas. We're going to let everybody talk so everybody not talking over each other. Go ahead, Nigga Nation.
Hey,
Yeah, I can
but
hear
can
you
you hear
good.
me? Yeah, but like I was saying, man, he's not throwing down the field. We still throwing 5 yards. I mean, bro, it just look like he ain't it, man. We gotta stop sitting here giving him motherfucking excuses. Simple as that. We said that he didn't have a line last year. I don't care what nobody say. Today, this is the best I done seen a line play, and I know it only been 2 games. They held the man up. I think they only had 2 or 3 sacks or whatever. But man, hey, Bryce ain't it, man. He flopping that to how I'm looking at it. And by God, Alan Thielen is getting pissed off to the point where he gonna say, "Fuck it, trade me to the Falcons so I can be with the white boy." Cause you ain't
Trade
doing
him.
what you need to do for me. Go ahead and get your
I would,
assets
I
while
would,
you can.
I would trade Adam Thielen. I mean, because what is the point of him being on this team? He's an older player in the twilight of his career, and he's on the worst team in the NFL. There's really no point of him being on this football team. There's no point of him being on this football team. Guys, listen, let me be honest with you. We're gonna finish with the number one overall pick again, and we're gonna go 0-18. This team is not gonna win a game this season. They're not gonna win a game this season, guys. Like I'm like from what I'm seeing, especially with how bad the defense is now, they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win a football game this season. Like we won't win a game this season. Like we really won't because now teams know the formula. Like how like there's nothing that we can do when a team know that they can run the ball on you. Like the way teams have run on us the last 2 weeks, you're already beat in the NFL. If a team can run and put up 100 yards on you every week, you're already beat. The game is already over. And now you know that even if you run the ball, you can play the time of possession because their offense is not going to score. So You can play the time of possession against us. That's why we're not going to win a game, because you're not going to be able to stop the run, and the offense can't score points. So, where does a win come from? Where does it come from? Over 200 yards rushing on us today. Again, where does it come from? I don't see it, man. I don't see it. And right now, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. The New Orleans Saints look like the best fucking team in the NFC South right now. The New Orleans Saints are the best team in the NFC South right now. What they did to Dallas today, and I thought what they did against us was because we were a bad team, but the New Orleans fucking Saints are for real, bro. They are fucking for real. They are the legit. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The Saints Derek Carr is playing like an elite quarterback right now. Kamara's still showing that he has shit left in the tank. And those wide receivers that they got, Shaheed, Chris Olave, and then the defense is still stout, even though it's older, it's still elite. I'm gonna tell you, man, the Saints, they might go far this year. They really might go far this year. I ain't trying to glaze them up, man, but I'm keeping it 100. I've watched them the last 2 weeks. They look like a real fucking football team, and we still look like the worst team. We're gonna have the number 1 pick in the draft, and you got to take Travis Hunter. I don't think you go quarterback in the draft next year, so I'm letting everybody know. No, I don't want it, because if you're not getting Shedeur, I don't want it, and Shedeur is not going to come to Carolina. Prime is not going to let Shedeur come here. He's not going to come to Carolina.
Shedeur Sanders?
Shedeur Sanders is not coming to Carolina.
You want Shedeur Sanders? You want Shedeur?
Man, go
You said
get your
what-
boy
you
Travis
said-
Hunter, man.
You said
go
would
get
I
Travis
would I
Hunter
take
and then
Sha-
go get Archie.
would I take Shedeur Sanders right now? Hell fucking yeah.
You
Without a
want
question.
Shedeur over Cam
And that's not going
Moore
to fix
and
anything.
Yes,
Cam
nigga.
Moore and what's the other guy? Quinn Ewers? You want
Yes.
Shedeur over him?
Hell
Oh my
No
yes.
quarterback is going to fix
Hell
the
no.
situation.
Man,
Like,
go get your boy Travis Hunter and build.
You got to
off
take
of
Travis
him, man.
Hunter,
We
and you
need
got to
Hey,
build
but
around
yeah,
him.
We need
Wavez, man.
playmakers.
Hey, I just came up because
Go ahead, Big Al. Pop your shit.
I was hating on you last year, and it looks like I'm still have to hate on you because the shit you talking about Shedeur fucked me up. But hey, thanks for letting me up. But the thing is, man, we saw Bryce struggling last year, and all y'all niggas was saying it's because of the line. The coach don't know how to coach for him. It's because receivers ain't getting open. Receivers, I don't know why Christian up here talking shit about the receivers, because the receivers getting open. The line is holding up. The coach is scheming for Bryce.
That's
Bryce
true.
has to jump up the pass. He's missing. Christian, did you not see the game last year? He missed 2 open passes.
but timeout.
No timeout. Fuck that.
Okay,
Deontay Johnson, he missed Deontay Johnson twice last week.
No, Deontay Johnson.
Yes, he did, nigga. No, let me stop. Please, let me talk.
Let him talk, Christian. Let him
This
get off.
year, he missed it. Adam Thielen throwing his goddamn helmet. He missed him. He in the corner because he too short. He rushed into the corner because he's supposed to be a good Russian quarterback, right? He rushed to the corner. He not getting open. He not seeing Adam Thielen down the other side of the field. He can't make that throw, Christian. He can't make a throw when guys are open anyway. If they are open, he don't know how to throw guys open. I'm through with Bryce Young. I've been through with him. I want CJ Stroud.
Go ahead, Christian. Let's hear what you got to say, man. But
Well, I've seen Bryce Young play. He played much better last season than he has in these 2 games. Why? Because they don't respect any wide receiver out there. They don't respect any wide receiver. Once again,
But he not hitting them, Christian. How can he respect?
They don't respect anybody.
How can he get respect if they ain't getting hit?
Explain it to you.
Go ahead, Christian. I gotta hear this.
Every wide receiver, and I'm explaining something to y'all. Every y'all glazing all these other quarterbacks and all that from the inception. What all these quarterbacks have is top guys. They have top wide receivers. They have top guys. Bryce
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
But hear me out. I get that Bryce is missing, but you're gonna have. But one thing for sure is that he got ruined from last year. Y'all don't understand.
Of course, yeah. His confidence is shot.
Right.
His confidence is definitely shot.
Quarterbacking works. He's not trusting the line right now because what happened last year, that's going to take time. But also what would help is if you get your guy top wide receiver. Will Levis looks like shit. But what does he have? Top wide receivers to bail his ass out. He has a running back.
I agree with that.
Running backs because Bryce Young Look, I know what Bryce Young is. Bryce Young is not AR-15. AR-15 is a game changer. Bryce Young is
No, the fuck he's not, man.
no, no, no,
No, he's not. No, the fuck he's
no,
not.
no,
Hey,
no,
Anthony Richardson looked like shit today, man. I
no,
don't want
but
to hear that.
he
He looked
does
like
look
shit
like
today,
shit, but
Christian.
no,
I don't want to hear that about
but
AR.
that's
I
one,
wouldn't
but
want
that's
that
one,
motherfucker either, man.
but
All he
no,
got is a strong
but look,
arm.
that's
That's
one
it.
game.
That's
But
all
no,
he
that's
has.
one game. I've seen AR win games. That's fine. If
You
you
see
don't
him
feel
win
that way,
games at Florida.
but no,
That's
but
what you
that's
seen him
fine.
win games at.
That's fine if you don't think that. But these guys like that. Bryce Young is a game manager. He's a game manager that can close games. He's a guy you need to put talent around.
What?
No, he's a guy. He did that. He put us in position last year to win games last year. He did
No, the
that.
Christian, no, the fuck he didn't, man.
What
Christian, I'm
games?
about to
Who
kick
put
you the
us
hell
in?
up off here,
What
Christian.
games?
Christian, are you
What are
serious?
you talking? What are you
serious?
talking
Tell
about?
you the games.
Tell
Green
me the
Bay,
games that he put us in position to
He
win.
put us in position with the Texans, Green Bay, Atlanta. He had us in.
Bro, we only won 2 games last year,
But
and
dog,
the game that we won was the Texans, and the game that we won was the Falcons.
right?
That
And
was it.
Green Bay, we could have won that game as well. There's a couple games where he did, but he didn't have enough time in that game. Bryce has shown that he can do those things. He has
Hey,
shown that. But
hey,
you
hey,
not getting, but you bringing out, you cannot justify and say these other guys are great and look at their talent. We're running out here with Adam Thielen as the best player. If that was Justin Jefferson on that play, that when he dropped the ball, Justin Jefferson is going to catch that. I'm not. Deontay Johnson is not it. I've been saying this. We can. I don't know who thought we were going to be good coming out here with Adam Thielen still the number one wide receiver. You have no running back. Our running back that we do have,
Adam Thielen is not even the number 1 wide receiver, man. It's
he
Deontay
is
Johnson.
the number one. It's not Deontay. Deontay hasn't proven he's the number one.
this
He
is
hasn't proven
Deontay,
that.
dog. I'm
But
sorry to tell you.
on the depth
He's
chart,
not- he's
Deontay
not.
Johnson is listed as the number 1 wide receiver.
Oh, well, that's fine. But he's
That's
not a
because of
number one.
Bryce,
He's
though,
a number
Christian. You
two.
can't say
But
Deontay is not the
he's
number one.
not a number
It's because
one.
of Bryce.
He's never been a number
Like, I'm
one.
gonna be honest with you, our wide receiving core is really like it's not.
Mid.
It's better than what it was last season.
That's
Like
not
it's
saying
better.
much.
It's better. I know it's not saying much, but it is improved from where it is
It
last
has.
season.
Look,
I
Like
agree
go
with
get
that
him.
one.
Hey,
Go get him preseason.
Legette showed what he can do last game. A couple throws. He didn't do nothing today because he couldn't give him the ball.
Thank
You
you.
gotta give these folks the ball,
You
man.
gotta give these guys the ball, man.
Look,
Come
You
on.
gotta give him the ball, man.
And if he trash,
this is what
I'll
I'm
be the
saying.
first one to tell
And
you
this is
he
what
trash.
I'm saying. If you bench Bryce Young and put Andy Dalton in, and if Andy Dalton
why
sit here
can't? Why
and if
say?
Andy Dalton sit here, goddamn, drive that offense down and score touchdowns, then you gotta say that Bryce is the
Let
problem.
me
The
hold on,
motherfucker's
y'all. I gotta hold
Right.
on, fellas. Hold on. Let me read this. This comment here. Say it won't matter who Bryce gets at wide receiver. The guy just ain't it. He can't see over the line and doesn't have the arm strength to be starting QB. Appreciate that, Fed, man. You're definitely right. Like, and to what these boys were saying, man. Like, you got to remember something. At the end of the day, guys, Bryce Young, man, is a quarterback we all thought that at minimum can be a game manager. But to your point, Christian, I do agree that we don't have a top 100 player in the NFL really on the team. Maybe outside of J.C. Horn, but he's been hurt, so we can't even say that. So yes, the talent is not elite, but the talent also was better than what it was last year. The offensive line.
It's easy to be a game manager when you play for Alabama and you play for a top high school. It's
Right,
easy to be a game manager. You got nothing but talent around you from the offense to defense to special teams. Right now, the Panthers don't have a goddamn thing.
We don't have anything.
And whose fault is that? That's the Panthers'
That's
fault.
the organization, bro. That's the organization.
Go ahead and draft Travis Hunter. Let's get ready to draft Travis Hunter. It's
right.
I agree.
2025 is a year.
I have a question for you, Christian.
Fed, appreciate the cash out, bro. Appreciate the cash out, Fed.
Who's the superstar with CJ Stroud, receiver-wise? He don't have a superstar.
Nico Collins and Tank Dell.
Nico Collins?
It's Tank Dell.
Stephon Diggs, too. They got Diggs, too.
Stephon Diggs, but Nico Collins and Tank Dell were not really all that good.
True.
They balled out last season.
That's not true.
That's because of CJ Stroud.
That's not true. Nico Collins before, and let me correct you. Nico Collins before CJ Stroud was on his way to 1,000 yards with the backup quarterback, with the dude Mike. he was on his way. They had who's the running back there. They got 2 running backs. They have 2 tight ends. They have Tank Dell. Tank Dell was there for us to draft. Who we draft? We draft Mingo, who was dropping balls. You should have got Tank Dell. This team, they did not build this team right. If you did not build this team right, Bryce Young would do great with faster receivers. You running out here with these slow
What?
ass receivers.
You
When
think
he
he had
was
an
in
arm to do
college,
that though? You
no,
think he had an arm
yes,
to throw
he
the thing
can.
that down?
He can do that.
That's
Yeah.
questionable.
No, it's not questionable. How could you know if they're not calling the plays? You
But
couldn't. You
also,
know.
man, I will say this too, man, about Bryce Young again. Christian, like I feel the part about the being deprived of talent because I still think that this team is deprived of talent. I think that they've tried to make some attempts to bring in some better talent, but we're still really deprived of talent at a lot of positions. Like a lot. I agree with that part. But Bryce Young deserves a level of fucking accountability in this, bro. Like
I do.
he has
Yeah,
not
Christian's not
played
giving it to him.
he
No,
has
People
I'm
like
not
giving
Christian.
it
played
to him.
he
I
has
am giving
not
it to
played
him.
well enough to also give us a chance. Like one thing, okay, I hear what you're saying about the wide receiver talent, but at the same time, even when guys were open, he missed, bro. He missed on those throws. Like Deontay Johnson over the last 2 weeks has had up like chances where he was open about 3 to 4 times, and Bryce missed him on all like 4 times.
Motherfucker shooting free throws while he throwing the
But can
ball,
I
man.
tell y'all
Shit crazy.
something? But can
Like
I
like
show
for
y'all
real.
something too? Malik Willis. This is
And
a perfect example.
explain. I don't want to talk about Malik Willis, Christian. Explain this. What today? There was a play where Bryce Young scrambled over to the side, second play of the fucking game on offense, scrambled all the way to the left side of the fucking field, trying to extend the play, and it was behind the line of scrimmage about 10 or 15 fucking yards, and still took the sack. What do you call that? Who are you
And
blaming that on?
I will explain that play. I blame Bryce Young, and I also blame the wide receiver because one thing he was telling the wide receiver to do is that he just stopped and he wasn't moving. I saw the play where he was talking
But you got to
to
throw
the
it out of
rookie,
bounds, though,
I
bruh.
agree
You
with
don't
that.
take
I
that
just
fucking
said
sack.
I
Like that
agree
was a
with that
bad
point.
play.
But I agree with that point. But if I agree with that, I'm not just saying it's just all their fault. It is Bryce's fault, but there's also facts to this. Last year, you cannot. I don't even understand how you even blame the dude. They changed the playbook 3 times. You
I
have no
understand that.
offensive
I
line.
understand that.
So
I'm not
what? And this
saying
year we're in week 2. We're in week 2, and yet and
Christian.
still we have no
I
talent.
I just told you that he went to arguably the worst situation you can go to. I know that he's had 2 different head coaches in 2 years, 2 offensive playbooks in 2 years. His confidence is hurt because he played behind a bad offensive line last year. He haven't had the best of weapons. I get all of that, Christian. But what you have to understand is that those things are just a reality of who this football team is, bro. Like
Okay,
those are
but how
just a
we blaming
reality
them?
of what the Panthers are. Like this is the Panthers. We don't have any like no true elite players. So because of that, unfortunately, the quarterback is going to be a product of this shit. Like
Okay,
again, he the
then
product
where's
of
the
this
blame?
shit.
But
But
how
he
you gonna
also
say
but
he's
he
the
also
blame?
he also hasn't played well enough for me to sit up here and say just straight out and say like I was this offseason because Christian, you knew I was the biggest Bryce Young fucking supporter. But he also hasn't played well enough for me to say that you're also giving us the Panthers a chance to win the game. I feel like he hasn't done enough, even with what he's had, to even give us a chance by what you're doing, like by what he's done. He hasn't done anything yet that I can say is also helping the cause. Like that's what I'm saying.
Well,
So
that's
yes,
what
it's not
happened.
all him, but he hasn't contribute. He's also contribute to some of the negativity of the team. And granted, let's keep it real. Is it all his fault? Probably not. But the reality of it is, you are a number 1 pick that we gave up multiple first rounds for and traded some of our elite players to get. You are going to be held to a standard, especially of a losing franchise who's been spiraling down the fucking drain for season after season after season after season.
Well, that's fandom then.
The,
I
re-
mean,
the reality the reality of this shit is, Christian, this team is not going to be good in our lifetimes. It's not going to be good in our
Mm.
lifetime.
Oh
Probably
my
when we
god.
hit probably when we hit our 50s or some shit like that, that's probably when the Panthers are going to be relevant. But while we're young and still got our youth age, it's not going to happen. And I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna happen. Your hope and what you hope is because I don't see the Panthers winning the game this year. I really don't.
Oh, that won
I'm telling
again.
everybody, we might squeeze one out of our ass, but this team is going to be a under three, a 3 losses, a 3 win or less team, like for real. And I don't even see a win. I don't see one win, but this team is going to be a 3 loss, a 3 loss or more. I mean, a 3 win or more team, 3 wins or less team this year. They're definitely going to be that.
But who
If
thought we
we
was
win
winning
three,
more
I'm
than three
okay.
games?
If we win 3, I'm okay with that. But let me tell you something. David Tepper ain't gonna stand for that. Keep it
What is
all the
his
way, G.
fault? What is his fault? Because you did this
Hold
to
up, hold
yourself.
up, Christian. Hold up, Christian. You said it's Tepper's fault. Why is it Tepper's fault? Tell us.
It's Tepper's fault because one, you shouldn't have never hired Matt Rule. That was number one problem.
I
Okay.
would have
That was
rather
What
had
not
Matt
else?
Rule.
that.
I'd rather have Matt Rule right now than what the fuck we got going on. Matt
No,
Right.
Rule
I
gonna
wouldn't.
guarantee.
I
Matt Rule
wouldn't
gonna give
want
you
him at
give you a head
all.
start.
Okay.
I
Sam
What?
don't.
Darnold.
I
Sam
don't want
Darnold
trash
goddamn
in
did what he
here.
need to do.
Okay,
Well,
Christian. What else was
that's
the issue, my man? Come on. Let's work down the list. Come on.
yeah. We're gonna work. One is you got rid of Cam Newton. That was another issue in the way that you did that. You should have never done that. What you should have did was
Christian.
built the team
So what
around
this
him.
is this is what I want to talk about. We know why the Panthers are where they are. We already know
Right.
this. We know the bad decisions that have been made over the last couple of years. My question to the whole Carolina Panthers universe today is when is it going to be fixed? When
They
when
go out
when
and
when
pay
are we
money.
going to stop talking about how bad this team is?
Well, you got to
When are
let
we
them
going to
work
even
one step at a time.
like so again my question is again when is it going to change? Because you look at this season, and again, I would not be surprised if this team doesn't win a game this year. Like I wouldn't if this team went 0-18, I would not be surprised by that. I would not be surprised by that. So if you finish with the number one overall pick, you draft Travis Hunter because to me, I think that's what you do. I don't think that you draft another quarterback next season. You don't
No.
do it. You don't draft it because you've given up too much to get Bryce, and bringing another quarterback into a team that's not built yet is not the right decision to do. You don't draft another quarterback next year. You
Wait.
draft a play. Hold on, Al. Hold on, Al. You draft a player that can be a game changer on either offense or the defensive side of the ball, right? And then with your second round picks, you draft another game changing player that can be. It doesn't matter at this point. The position doesn't even fucking matter because we need everything. J.C. Horn is going to demand so much fucking money. We're not even going to be able to afford to keep him. Because why would he like if I'm him, if I'm JC Horn, I'm opening up the fucking like literally y'all have to open up the fucking checkbook for me to stay a part of this bullshit.
Yes, you
Like I'm not
better.
staying on this team. JC Horn is going to be the highest paid corner in the league if the Panthers hope to retain him. He's gone. Like literally he's gone. So like for real because the Panthers he's going to demand so much money that the Panthers are not going to want to pay it. That's what's going to happen after this in this upcoming off season. Because if I'm him, I would demand all of that fucking money too. You motherfuckers gonna have to pay
I
me to stay a
agree.
part of this shit show.
We don't
I
Y'all
have
agree
gonna have
with
time
you
to
in
we
ways.
don't have time to develop our players and not pay them. We keep doing that shit. We
yeah,
always
you're
say
gonna
we're
have
Well,
gonna
to make
develop
them.
them and let them go.
You're gonna have to make
well,
him. You're gonna have to make him the highest paid corner in the league. That's the only way he's staying on this team. So now think about that, right? You're going into an off season where you're probably gonna have the number one overall pick, one or two. The Panthers are gonna finish one or two. You know what I'm saying? I feel like one or two. They're gonna finish one or two. You draft Travis Hunter. You got to bring him in wherever you decide to play him at, wide receiver, corner. It doesn't even matter. The position of where we need to bring in talent doesn't even fucking matter. I don't even want to hear people talk about the Carolina Panthers needs going into the offseason, this upcoming draft. We need the best fucking player available. It doesn't matter what position you're at. We need the best player available. And Travis Hunter, to me, is the best player in college football. You can argue whatever you want to argue with it. All around, overall, Travis Hunter is the best player in the fucking nation. You got to bring a freakish athlete at that, and then you're going to have to continue to build off of that. You're going to have to build off of that. Maybe you trade for a veteran quarterback. If Bryce truly is not the answer, maybe you go trade for a veteran. Maybe you give Andy Dalton a chance next season.
ooh,
Maybe you give the Red Rifle a chance next season. It's not
Next
going to hurt.
season.
It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna
Nigga,
hurt
Oh my
anything.
next week.
Like no,
bro,
but no.
that's
At
Hey,
this
hey, let
crazy.
point,
me get
no.
some.
Like,
There's no point. There's no
Andy,
point. There's
Andy's
no
on his
point of bringing Andy
Andy's on
Dalton
his
right
last
in
year.
right now. There's no point
Andy's
of
on his
bringing Andy
last
Dalton
year.
in.
He's on his
You got to
last year.
re-sign him. There's no point of bringing Andy Dalton at this point in the season because all he's going to do is fuck up our draft stock for next year. Because he's going to win a couple of games. Andy Dalton will come in and win at least 4 to 5 games. We don't need that. We don't need him coming in to win 4 to 5 games and us still finishing with a top 5 pick. You might as well let Bryce stank it up for the rest of the year, finish with the number 1 overall pick, and draft Travis Hunter number 1 overall. That's you. That's all you can do. There's no point of bringing Andy Dalton in at this point. There's no point. You might as well just bite the fucking bullet. Say that you fucked up on Bryce. Let him finish the season and finish stinking the fucking shit up all year. And then you finish with the number 1 overall pick and you bring in Travis Hunter. And
I'm
then
sick
maybe
of this
you.
shit. Sick
It
of it.
is.
bro,
Hey,
Hey, but
nigga
I don't
Waves,
nation.
hold
know.
on, Waves.
That's it.
You act like Andy Dalton gonna win, take us to the playoffs. We ain't gonna
Bro,
win
he's
I,
with
I
him
not.
didn't.
in
I'm not
there
acting like that at
anyway.
He's
all.
not good. He's
I'm
not
not
What's
acting
gonna
like
good.
happen?
that.
That's
I'm
the
not.
What's
difference.
gonna
I'm not
happen if
acting like that
we
at all.
put Andy Dalton on the court on the field?
Big
We're not
Al.
gonna win, but we're gonna have guys have a decent outcomes, so we can keep fucking fans into the goddamn team at least. I
Big
don't know.
Big Al. Big Al.
Listen,
Let me tell you
we're
something.
gonna still lose, Wave. That's
Play
all I gotta say.
the word playoffs is not even something that should be in a Carolina Panthers fan
I
vocabulary
didn't say
right
we're
now.
gonna make the playoffs. You act like we're gonna make the
I know
playoffs
I'm
because
not
Andy on
acting
the
like
field.
that. I'm not acting like
No,
that at
that's
all.
not what
Nothing
he
I
was
said,
saying.
nothing I said was inquiring that the Panthers are going to make the playoffs
So
in
how
this
many wins?
lifetime.
Okay, how
In
many
this
wins we gonna?
lifetime,
If Andy Dalton start next week, how many wins we gonna make, man?
Andy
Keep it
Dalton can
there.
get you 4 to 5 wins. Andy
Okay,
Dalton
two
can
more
get you 4
wins
to
than
I
what
5
doubt it
Bryce
wins.
gonna get.
because we
He
sitting on
can
the
get you
defense
4.
too now. Y'all been
No,
sitting on the
because you got to
defense.
remember, he's a veteran though, bro. Veteranship makes a difference in the NFL, bro. Andy Dalton knows. You got to remember, this is a quarterback who won playoff games. He knows how to be a veteran fucking quarterback. He can win at least 3 to 4 close games for the Panthers. He can do it. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's a dick and dunk king, all fucking got dip and dunk king, pause, dip and dunk fucking king all goddamn season long. Andy Dalton can get you 4 to 5 wins, but we don't need that. We don't need that. We need
Can I
Bryce
ask you
Young just to
something,
continue
Wade?
to stinking this shit up so we can finish with the number 1 overall pick. We got all our draft picks next year. So you have an opportunity next season to really bring in some more playmaking young weapons. Legette will be in his second year, and you're going to just have to build this team from fucking scratch. Even if that means we drafting in the top 5 or top 10 for the next 5 to 6 years. But I'm telling you
Hey,
all right now, this goddamn channel is going to change into a Kansas City Chiefs channel real fucking soon because I can't
Oh,
stand this
yeah,
shit.
nah,
let me say
that
this. Let
ain't
me say
it.
this. Let me get off. Hey man, listen. If we put in Andy Dalton, this is what I was trying to say. If we put him on the field, I feel like we can see what we got in other players. We sitting on everybody on the team, but we don't have guys that are just duds. Deontay Johnson is not as bad as Christian or anybody is saying he is. We need a
Ask the Steeler
quarterback that's
fan.
decent enough to pass the ball to him, we can see what we got. I think we need the defense to have opportunity on the field, have an opportunity to produce because they're not gassed the whole game because the offense can't get enough first downs, so they won't be gassed every fucking series against the other team because they're on the field so damn much, so goddamn much.
But can
I
I
feel like
ask you
Andy Dalton
something?
should be on the field, bro.
But before you go, can I ask you something? You real quick. Do we have a good? You said right. Don't we have a good offensive line? Correct.
I didn't say it was the best. It's okay. It's better than
We
Okay,
what
it's
have we
solid.
have an
last
Okay,
year.
we
improved
have a good offensive line.
improved
It's
Okay,
an
offensive
improved
line.
offensive
okay,
line.
okay.
That's
Right,
what's
right.
I was
Okay,
still.
and what if they could not? And this is where I place some blame on Dave Canales. If you even if y'all saying Bryce Young is trash, what should we be doing majority of the time?
He was
Running the
running.
football.
We
No, no,
can't
no,
Bro,
no,
run.
no.
we ran the
But
ball
no,
a
We
lot.
no,
ran.
We
right,
ran
no.
it a
But you
lot.
still should be running the football. And what
But
you should
Bryce can't
also
make
be
a
doing.
5 yard
But no, no,
pass.
no. But you should if Bryce is bad as y'all say he is, he
What?
Dave Canales. But no, if Bryce
You didn't
bad
see
as
it?
they
You didn't
say,
see the game
no, no,
today?
no. I no, but
But they
no,
ran the
I
ball a
saw.
lot. I don't know what you're
No,
talking
he
about.
ran the ball, but they weren't running deacon dunk plays. They weren't doing the Patriots special. If you want, If you know your defense is not as good, you should be running the ball. Let's check the stats. How many times did they run the ball? I want to actually see how many times did they run the ball.
They ran a
How
lot though.
many?
I know that.
Let me
I can.
see. Let me see.
I'm
You
gonna
can
pull up
pull
the
it
stats
up.
right quick.
By score. Oh. So we
Bro,
only had
Hubbard.
18 attempts.
Yeah,
18
we
attempts.
had
That's not
we had
enough.
18 attempts.
That's not enough. You should be running. That's not enough. You should be running the ball way more than that.
But we need to
Josh,
have we can't run the ball when we down
yes,
that
you
much, man.
can. No, no, no.
Yeah, when
But
you
you should
down
be
20
running the
some
ball
points, it
from the
becomes to a
jump.
point. It becomes a point, man, where you actually got to put the
But
ball in the
before
air.
that,
Like,
Waves, before that, you should be
yeah,
running the ball a lot more. The Browns just ran the football. The Packers don't have. This is why I brought up Malik Willis. Malik Willis was 10 of 13. What did they do today? Because they didn't have their dynamic quarterback. They ran the football. They ran for 237 yards in the first half because they ran the football over 30 plus times. That's
Christian,
West football.
Christian.
Run the ball.
You want me to
They
tell you
can
Bryce
at least
Young's
run the
stats?
ball.
Bryce
I
Young was
can't.
18 for 26, 84 yards,
Mm.
averaging 4.7 yards a throw, one interception, sacked 2 times.
But why is he throwing the ball that many times if you know we don't have the type of talent, right?
84 yards.
Okay, that's fine. But what is that? What is that? What is that rushing 18 times? That's not good enough. You from the jump, you should be
Christian,
running the football.
I've agreed with a
That's
lot you've said over the years, man. But I can tell you one thing, man. I can't agree with what you're saying today, man.
that's fine,
I
but you
I
should
think
be
that we're
running the
lacking.
football.
We are lacking talent. But the reality of it is too, man. Bryce is not also giving. He's not helping the cause.
Nope, he's not helping.
He's
But
not
if you know
helping.
that
He's
as a
not
coach,
helping the
run the
cause.
football. You
Like he's
18
not
attempts
helping
is
the
not
cause.
enough. But if you feel that way, you should be running the football. Why are you throwing 26 attempts?
Bro,
Run the
the
football.
pass is
Bro,
supposed to help
you got
the run, man.
when you get down 20 to fucking 3 in a game, like
Before
you
that,
have to abandon the run, bro. Like you can't you cannot like not try to win the game. If you ran the ball and
but
you're down
before
20
that,
to 3 and it's the second half, at that point, man, you just saying fuck it, man. We're gonna lose the game. Like you can't
but
not do
before
that, bro.
that,
So you
Waves.
gotta be able to throw. You gotta be able to throw the fucking ball. Like, and that's the problem. Even if we got to the point where we're just a run dominant team, we still wouldn't be able to do anything on offense because now
That's not
teams
true.
they know that they don't have to respect the pass, so they can just load the boxes. That's all they would have to do is load the box.
Right.
That's it. And then on top of that,
You established
it
the
was a
run.
ball control. It's a ball control type team. You can, as a team that can't score points, you can play ball control the entire game. You can eat up the clock. Other teams can run the ball on us. So that means that they can eat up the clock the entire game because they know that even when we get the ball back, we can't fucking score either. And the only way you're going to be able to score today in this modern NFL, bro, you can't tell me one team in the NFL right now that's 100% just relying on the run to win the game. Like there's no team in the league that's doing that right now.
Yeah, you
No,
can't.
Like
I don't
even
think you can
The
do that.
Cleveland Browns run the football, which is why
Bruh,
we're
they run the
successful.
football, bro, but they throw a lot as well in the game. Deshaun Watson has a lot of pass attempts, bro. Like they throw the
And
ball a
that's when
lot
they
too.
lose. That's when
Like
they lose. When
you
they
have to
win,
be,
they run.
bro. But that's not. But I'm telling you, if you can't pass in today's NFL, no top team in the league right now can't pass the ball. All of the top five, top 10 teams in the league, all of them have the ability to pass the ball. Like you can't. It's impossible in today's
Yes,
NFL to be a
but
predominantly run team. You have to be able to put that shit in the air, bro.
yeah, I
You're
get that.
like
But what did
if
the
you can't
Chiefs
throw
do
the
though?
ball, you're making your offense one dimensional, and teams are going to eat that shit up, bro.
I'm not saying for us to be one dimensional, but at the end of the day, you need to run the football. Those attempts, you need to run the football. They did not do that.
Yeah,
They did not run the football enough. 18 attempts is not enough. You should have did that from the jump. Like, come on, like you run the football. If we got this good offensive line, run the football. If you don't believe in Bryce,
I don't
run the
think the offensive
football.
line is good. Stop saying it. I don't think this. I think this offensive line is improved. Taylor Moton is coming
Look,
towards the
I'm
end
just
of his
saying what the
career.
streets is saying.
Taylor Moton is coming to the ends of his career. Ikami Kwanu was still not a good tackle. He's not good.
See, now we
The best
talking,
thing that
Wavez.
you have, the best thing that you have is
It's Robert
interior
Hunt.
line, the
Robert
guards and the
Hunt.
center. That's all you have.
Exactly. That I just want. That's what I just try. I'm just trying to get everything out here. I'm putting it all out here. That's I just want because everybody's saying we got a great offensive line,
I'm
and
not
I
saying that
bet
it's
you this.
great. I think
No,
I
it's
no,
never
better.
not
said
you,
great.
but
It's
no,
better than
no.
that.
I'm
It's
not
better than
saying
last
y'all
year.
said that. I'm not saying y'all said that. I'm just saying what the streets is saying because I
Yeah.
want it to be known what we have.
But
We're
Christian, you
work in
might be
progress.
misinterpreting what they're saying. You might be misinterpreting that fact. They're
No,
saying he has time in the pocket this year. For the people saying to
no,
be
that's
no,
not what they
he has
saying.
time in the pocket. Has a lot more time than he had last year.
Right, but
Yeah.
Do
that's
you
That's
two
not
different
agree?
things. That's not what they saying. They saying we got a great offensive line
Well,
for
they probably had a
across the
good
board.
score the first game against the Saints because they said PFF scored them pretty higher
Okay,
than expected
and I don't
based
care
on the
about pro
outcome.
football. Like
no,
I
like
don't care.
I 100% think that like the offensive line is improved from last season. I'm not ready to call it a great offensive line yet, but I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, it's improved. That's all
Man,
that
he
I can.
had
That's all
time
that
to
I can
throw
give
the
him.
damn ball today, man.
He
He
did.
didn't
He did.
execute. He didn't
He
execute.
did.
That's the point blank here. We got to stop giving excuses for this motherfucker. He done had 17 to 18 games to prove himself, and he hasn't done it yet. We don't know how
Okay.
long this shit gonna go, but it's a goddamn shit show.
It
Simple as
is.
that.
It is a fucking shit show. Like, guys, let me tell y'all something about this team, man, and where we are right now, man. And I'm gonna close this shit because I'm tired of talking about these motherfuckers, man. Um, look, we are in probably the worst situation you can be in as a organization. The worst situation you can be in as as an organization. Not only did you give up the house to draft this quarterback, you gave up everything to get this QB. But the reality of it is, guys, he might not be the answer. He might not be the answer. I hear what Christian was trying to say about him having two offensive coordinators, two head coaches, new philosophies and shit. I get all of that. That does impact a quarterback. But eventually, there's some plays in the NFL that if you're playing at that level, you just got to make. There's just certain plays that you just have to make if you're a starting quarterback in the NFL. Like it's some throws that you just have to make because you are starting quarterback in the NFL. And Bryce Young has not done that. Like he has not done that yet. So you're in a dangerous position because you're heading into a season. Well, we're in a season where it doesn't really look like the team is much improved from last year, even with all of the decisions you made. And also remember this, guys. Dave Canales' job is directly secured to the success of Bryce Young. He was brought in here to fix this offense and to fix Bryce Young. That was the whole reason why Dave Canales was made our head coach. The whole entire reason he was made our head coach was to improve Bryce Young's play because Dave Canales had this whole shit about he was a quarterback whisperer and this, that, and the third. So to improve Bryce's young play, but also improve the offense overall. Through two games, this team has only scored 13 points. Through two games, 13 points. Is it going to take time? Probably. But for the fans, for the people that buy the merchandise, for the people that wear jerseys, man, that pay money to go see the Panthers play, like, honestly, man, I don't even really want to go to a game. Like, I don't even want to go to one because it's so fucking bad. Like it's so bad to watch at home. I can only imagine how disappointing it is watching it in person. This team is, guys, is not it's it's nowhere where it needs to be. We are probably 5 years away from being a real threat to the NFC. And maybe even longer if we continue to make bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. You have to keep Canales. You got to keep him. You can't get rid of Canales because if you get rid of Canales, no coach that's worth a fuck is going to ever want to come here. You got to keep Bryce Young because who's going to want to come here if you keep getting rid of everybody year after year after year? You can't get rid of nobody. And that's the reason why, because your reputation is already tainted in the NFL. Bro, Pat McAfee said on his show last week that the Panthers should be relegated because we're so bad. We are so bad as a fucking team that we should be relegated. And the league should overthrow David Tepper as an owner. That's what the world thinks about us, man. That's what the narrative is about this football team outside of Carolina. We're the laughing stock of the fucking NFL. Shout out to Nigga Nation for saying that. He said it. We're the laughing stock of the NFL, guys. And I don't see
Nobody
it in
respects us. Nobody respects us. Nobody respects us, Wade. I don't
nobody.
understand. I don't get it. I mean, they booing in the stands. It's just a goddamn shit show overall, man. It's embarrassing, and it's something we just got to deal with, man. But all I say
Yeah.
is, if we're gonna suck, you got Travis Hunter. Go ahead and get him number one overall, and
Yep.
then you go ahead and build from there.
Just build from
2025,
there.
2025 is Dan Morgan's year. This is where he's going to have more money to spend. He's going to have better capital when it comes to picks. We're gonna be all right, man. But Bryce Young I don't know, man. I don't know, man. What really got me, man, I didn't realize he really jumps to throw the ball. I did not realize that. I did not realize that till today. I mean, he literally looks like he's shooting a jump. Like, I don't get that. Shit crazy.
Yeah, I think you got to stick it out with Bryce. Like you don't even put Andy Dalton in at this point of the season because it's not going to do us any good. Just play Bryce Young for the rest of the season. Finish with the number one, number two overall pick. Draft Travis Hunter. Bryce, if you keep him for next season, maybe you roll with him. Maybe you trade for a veteran. Maybe you go get a veteran quarterback next season. You know, if you really feel like after next year's draft and free agency, you're in a position where you think you can actually win a couple more football games. Maybe you trade for a veteran quarterback next year. You know, I don't know, man. Maybe you go get Trevor Lawrence from Jacksonville. You know, maybe you go and get Justin Fields from Pittsburgh. I don't know. Like I don't fucking know, guys. But listen, man, I appreciate everybody tuning into this live, y'all. I'm about to get the fuck up off here because I'm tired of talking about this football team. I'm drunk, man. Been taking shots the entire fucking game. Appreciate everybody pulling up to the channel, man. Make sure y'all hit that fucking like button, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to it, y'all. I'm gonna try my hardest to go live after every game this season. I'm going to try my absolute hardest, like absolute hardest, absolute hardest. So I'm about to go watch the rest of these football games, man. Actually, hopefully, man, I can watch some shit that's even worth a damn. But King J, best believe I'm giving this team until 2027, and I'm joining Chiefs Kingdom. I deserve some winning football in my life. I deserve it. I deserve to be supporting a winning football team. I don't deserve this shit, man. I've given this team everything I got. I don't have nothing else to give. But on that note, man, life is just a wave, guys. Everybody, man, appreciate y'all for pulling up. Until next week, make sure y'all be checking out the community section. I'll post whatever big news comes out. Peace.